Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
The kickoff for the Vikings.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Seattle. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
As the excitement continues to swirl after that return, if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about keeping that excitement going. Already in scoring position, I've got to take some shots at the end zone right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They'll look to throw here. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 4-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Minnesota.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to it. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. So you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and a yard. Off the bootleg, here's McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to be touchdown, but he's got the first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Second and 10. On the ground, it's James. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team. And think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
23 yards, the final tally.
That's good.
Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First carry here for Ken Walker. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Seahawks had 8-3 now, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 9 now. Throw left side, complete to Cobb. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On play action, they'll throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They throw it out right complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise, too.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air with McCarthy. That is incomplete. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick. He's on his way. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football.
Didn't get it done there.
Back to throw here. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they come up now 2nd and goal. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So golden field position there and squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
And everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Addison hauls it in. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Jefferson moving in motion left. Throwing is McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First down, Vikings.
Here's James. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He's taken down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down and 4. On play action, McCarthy rolling to his right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Nicky Manwari. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds Smith and Jigba. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He completes this to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
It's a gain of 6.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Mark Andrews with career touchdown number 60. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, McCarthy, flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds
yards, but not before he's inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
In motion goes the tight end. 2nd and 3. Has his man. That's James. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They run it with James. They find some open field here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 sets, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
McCarthy off the play fake.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
Touchdown.
4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Vikings are back within a score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
McCarthy going to look to throw for it.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
Vikings 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
No receivers open, so he was forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And this drive will start in enemy territory as that gets out of bounds on this side of the 50.
48-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
And you're starting to sense the momentum possibly changing just a little here. You get the touchdown your previous drive, then you force a punt, and now this is a good positive play here to start this drive. And you can just sense the tide starting to turn here in a 1-score game.
James. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw. McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson to target. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Here's McCarthy. Pass complete to Addison. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle they go. James. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Sliding out of the pocket. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hockenson from 13 yards out. And the Vikings, on the final play of the 3rd quarter, have taken the lead. Now the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Jonathan Allen, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and forever. He's going to go up top again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Vikings will be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. Open man, that's Fulton. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On play action, McCarthy. He'll buy some time right. Well, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Willen. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. Flushed out right. The ball caught by his rookie wideout. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Walker.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker, 48 yards. And the Seahawks have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Next to score, Seahawks 24, Vikings 21. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tight one.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Operating from the gun. McCarthy going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
The coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now a handoff up the middle. It's James. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Here it is, 4th and inches.
They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that will force a turnover on downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
He's forced out of
He
bounds
couldn't get
behind
rid of
the
it. He
line of scrimmage.
takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. He finds Smith and Jigba. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They'll drop the throw. Throw left side, complete to Cup. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger. It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
No tougher place to be in a spot like this than Seattle. Here's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he hits him in stride. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Vikings first down.
Jones.
Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
He's back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got man complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Sticking with the pass, here's McCarthy. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So the victory here for Seattle. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Separation Sunday. I'm Scott Hansen. You're tuned in to the EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 13. Plenty to get to. Let's start in Baltimore. The Ravens at home to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's Trevor Lawrence. He puts it right where it needs to be. 28 yards, touchdown. The Ravens win their third straight game as they get the victory today. From there, we go to Indianapolis. We'll check in on the Colts as they host the Houston Texans. And it's the Pro Bowl wide receiver from a year ago, Nico Collins. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Texans keep it rolling. They get their 6th straight victory here. One more to show you, and it's out in Seattle, the Seahawks hosting the Minnesota Vikings. And this is Kenneth Walker III. He's going to pull this one in, and then he sets his sights towards the end zone. 49 yards for the touchdown. And that's a wrap for this week. For all the hardworking men and women in the studio, Scott Hansen saying goodnight. We'll see you again next week right here on EA Sports.